catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Go right in. 54 miles. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Mike 54. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike 54. Mike 54. Kill. 26. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ball try. Check. 26.
Prescott now. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. That one goes for 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check it back.
This is Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, D.
Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Check. 59. Check back.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Able to find Shaheen here. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Watch 54. Get that quarterback at all costs.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On third down, it's Grant. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Mike spot 4.
Kill.
3 birds.
26.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. 54. Watch 54.
26.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Forced out to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Kill. 47.
Mike's 54.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. No score after one on EA Sports. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right on the 30. And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards for 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And forget about finding. Barely had time to look up before he was played. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Mike spot 4. Mike.
Go. Get out there.
Check 24.
54 wide.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Go, go.
54. Watch 54. Silver, Silver.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times we'll see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Ready. Ready.
Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go. Let's get this.
20.
Let's go. Check.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Parker, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Newton on first down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery, eluding the pressure right, and he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Elliott. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
It's our field. Here we go, 46. Hey, it's our round. Trump.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go.
Right there. 54. Right there.
26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Kyle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check. Crunch.
Hey. Me. I got this. Here we go, 47. Mike 4. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
47.
Go.
26. Go.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Randall Cobb. Incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Maher is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
The Panthers take
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Grant. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Check 13. 8. Watch twits.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Grant. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Touchdown, Carolina. Austin Safarian Jenkins, 30 yards, and the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
No running room for Zeke on first down, as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. 54, Mike. Yeah. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Now Prescott. That would complete to Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Kill.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
First down, Dallas.
Here we go. 54. That's right, man. We're going to 53. Mike by four. Big stop, P. Big stop. Let's go.
Prescott from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A first down carry by Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Watch the slant.
Kill.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike, 53. 50. Here we go. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
26. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Great. 20.
Check 6 guys.
Here we go. 20.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
54. I got you.
Gun. 80. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Ready. 780.
Mike 54. Watch the screen.
They go back to Grant. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Here we go on 4th. Newton taking a shot. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 48 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
We got it.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Right there. 54 Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Slam.
Hey, 47. Swerve. Hey. Under.
Banjo.
26.
Throwing. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Whip. Watch the whip.
26. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That's complete to Cobb. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Good.
Mike 50.
Here we go, 46.
There we go. 4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
We're going to 53. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
8. Here we go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Ready.
Mike 54. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
It's 4th down.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously